The Fiji First government believes that we should not only empower people through words only. Some of you may have seen the spectacle taking place in Parliament, where there's a lot of talking going on, but we actually believe in actions. And the action must translate into very tangible or very real benefits for all Fijians. Today, as you know, there's about over 500 of you will be getting these $1,000 grants. The grants, for those of you who may not know, is actually going towards specifically assisting individual Fijians in uplifting their existing small businesses. Now, that is very critical. As I was just looking at the list of the people who are getting assistance, there are a lot of people getting assistance in the agricultural sector, some people for canteens, some people for doing massages on the beach, various other aspects of where people are gaining livelihoods. That is very, very critical, and we recognize that. You know, I saw Mr. Kanti Tapu sitting here. Many of you may not necessarily know the story, but they started their business by his father going around selling goods from house to house. That's how they started their business. So many of you who are sitting here today may have a small business, but who knows, in 30 years' time or 10 years' time or 20 years' time, you could also be a big business person. You could also be an organization that could be employing a lot more people. But even if you don't, with this assistance from government, you'll be able to improve the quality of whatever service you want to deliver, and therefore you get more revenue for yourselves. What gives us the most satisfaction is to see ordinary Fijians being empowered. What gives us the most satisfaction is to see ordinary Fijians who are able to now send their kids, their children, to school without having to pay school fees. What gives us most satisfaction is to see ordinary Fijians get access to free water, subsidized electricity, free medicine. These are the very real things that assist everybody in their everyday lives. That's what we want. If everybody is able to get that level of assistance in their everyday life, then they will feel a lot more committed to their country. They'll feel a lot more committed to their communities. They'll feel a lot more committed to their families. And more importantly, they'll feel a lot more committed to themselves. Because as individuals, we must feel good about ourselves. As individuals, we must feel that we have the potential to continue to improve your own lives, but also to improve the lives of other people. So this is why, ladies and gentlemen, when our Prime Minister launched this about 2 weeks ago, it was a very, very important occasion. In Suva, he gave out grants to over 300 people, and then a few days later in Navua, about a little over 100 people. And as the Permanent Secretary has highlighted, today we are giving it to over 500 people in Sigatoka here today. We hope to carry on with this program in the subsequent years also. There's about 7,000 people who are deemed to be eligible. That's about $7 million. 27,000 people had applied, but about 7,000 people have qualified. Our budgetary allocation was less, but we hope to find money from elsewhere within the ministry to be able to fund this, so everybody in Fiji, whoever is qualified, is able to access this money. And with this money, we urge you, please, take the responsibility. As you know, we are actually giving you materials, etc., the money to purchase the materials. Please use it responsibly. Because if you use it responsibly, you'll be able to do well for yourselves. We have the Fiji Development Bank here today, and for the first time in Fiji's history, such an initiative has been undertaken. And for the first time in Fiji's history, where grants have been given through a recognized financial institution, which is FDB. And the reason why we have FDB here today is because if your business grows, we have your names, we know what business you're engaged in, we know the grant that's been given to you, FDB has that record. The ministry will also work with you. If your business grows more, you may require more loans, you may require access to more funds, FDB has that record. FDB would be in a position to be able to then continue to give you those funds. So it's a systematic way of assisting people. We don't just want to give you $1,000 and forget about you. No, we want to hold your hand. We want you to hold our hand so we can grow together and work together and to improve the quality of not just your lives, not just of your community, but the quality of the lives in Fiji. So ladies and gentlemen, that is the purpose of it. And I'd like to thank you for being part of this initiative. Please remember, we are here to help you. I do not want to make a very long speech. I know some of you have been here for quite some time and need to get back home. But thank you once again for partnering with us. All the message I'd like to leave with you today is, please, you must understand what the Fiji First government is doing. As you know, through our Honorable Prime Minister, we have been focused on infrastructure development, on road development, electricity, water, roads. We ask for your patience. In some areas, we may not necessarily be performing as quickly as possible. It's probably because some civil servants may not be doing their jobs, or other agencies, but we're working together with everybody. Because please also understand that when you leave here today, we'd like you to have a sense of nationhood, a sense of contributing to your country. Because if we all feel for Fiji, if we all feel for our community, Fiji will become even stronger. And that's what we want. We have some representatives here with us from World Bank here today. There's a gentleman here. We are working together with them to ensure as to how we can get the best facilities, the best access to funds, the best personnel to improve the quality of lives. And that's what we are here for. That's what the Fiji government here, first government here is for, is to help improve the lives of all Fijians. And please always remember that, and we're always here to be able to, for you to be able to reach out to us. So Vinaka Kalevu for your presence here today. Thank you very much, and I look forward to giving out these grants. Thank you. Naka.